My experience in working with Dean Volk has been nothing but a pleasure on many levels. Certainly professionally. I would also include compassion and empathy, knowledge, skills, and just being very present when I would reach out. I want to share my experience with others, and I'm compelled to do so probably for several reasons, but I will share the most important one, I think, to my heart, and that would be that when I experience something good and I know someone else may benefit from it in terms of they're going through a similar journey, then I want to give back to them what has been given to me. My name is Sonia Camden, and currently I live in Appleton, Wisconsin, but originally I was born in Oklahoma, migrated to Texas for most of my life, and then 4 years ago I did come to Appleton, Wisconsin. Sciatica, first of all, I want to describe it for me. And it was knife-stabbing, excruciating, unrelenting pain, unpredictable pain. And it was day and night. And when it actually started, I just bent over to do something, and then it just grabbed me. And it grabbed my breath. It grabbed everything about me, okay? Body, soul, and spirit. I didn't know what was up. It immobilized me. And actually, I can reach over here and show you that I purchased one of these. I'm sure some of you might know what that is. I was immobilized to the point that I could not walk or bear weight without having purchased that walker. Going down the hall to the kitchen to just get a simple drink of water, a glass of almond milk that I drink, I couldn't do. I dreaded waking up in the mornings because trying to bear weight on the left side without hanging on to something was next to impossible, so therefore the walker. I was in the bed, just to be perfectly honest with you. It prevented me from doing everything. Sitting up, I just had pain, constant pain. And I even reached out for some medication. I was thinking in that modality, which I think all of us do initially when something hits us out of nowhere. But it just immobilized me. There was no driving. There was no going into the community. There was no travel. There was no, it was just no to everything except trying to stay out of pain. Sciatica became a reality in my life December 14th of last year. And I started with just traditional type things, everything from heating pads to medications. And but I also have had physical therapy for another health condition that I have. And so on January 8th, I made the decision to go out into social media via Facebook, and I just did the search for sciatica. That was what the word I put in, and this group came up. And so I made a decision to just go ahead and join the group, and that was January 8th, and immediately decided that it was worth it for me because, again, I had experience with physical therapy, and it was a positive experience, number one. Number two is I found that the consultation fee for me was certainly affordable, reasonable for professional remote assistance. And so it was worth the risk for me. It was very reasonable to me to reach out to Dean, which I did, and we scheduled an immediate consultation, which occurred on January 8th. I'll never forget it because it was a life-changing pivot point for me on this sciatic journey. What has changed in my life since I found Dean Volk and Sciatica Relief Now? Oh my goodness. I wish I had a before and an after pic so you could really see. And I wasn't on my game when I was in so much pain from December 14th to January 8th. And so what has changed? My goodness, the things I could not do was just, I'm going to say inclusive. I was immobilized. So now what I can do is drive my car. I know the personality of sciatica, whereas I did before, and how its personality within my own body. Everybody has a unique experience, and we have to allow for that. So I know I'm learning it more and more all the time. Dean would tell you that in terms of me reaching out. I know what my limitations are. I can stand up and cook a meal, get up and go shopping, which I've done. But I know what my boundaries are right now on the journey. It is a journey. I can sit up for longer periods of time. I'm not limited, and I don't fear doing anything. I had a fear of even taking a shower. I had some anxiety with just activities of daily living skills that we all take for granted in many cases. And I know I did. And so now I'm just so thankful that I'm sitting up here having the time of my life, sharing with you where I was and now where I am and what it can be for you if, in fact, you take advantage of the guidance that Dean can provide, specific to what your needs are. And also the silver course, I think, is very valuable. But I'm not limited. I just am learning the personality of my body and what sciatica is in my life and what it's not. It's not going to control my life because I'm doing what Dean has suggested doing, and it's worked. Every time it's worked. To those of you who are currently within our support group and you're thinking of seeking assistance from Dean and sciatica relief, I can only tell you, in reaching out to Dean and following that, his instruction, his wisdom, his skills, and being faithful to it, I will say that is very important. It becomes a lifestyle. It is a lifestyle for me. I've already done my stretches today, and I will have another set tonight. And there's a certain set of them that work for my body and are keeping it in balance. And that's what's important, is dedication. And I almost call it being married to them. It's a part of my normal routine, like we do brushing our teeth and taking our showers and combing our hair, et cetera, and eating 3 meals a day. It just becomes a part of my routine, and I'm dedicated to that. If you are dedicated to that, I think you have a tremendous chance of certainly overcoming what is profound pain and what appears hopeless and has put you in a place of despair and maybe immobilized you as well. But the real key for me was dedication to it. From day one, from January 8th forward to today, March 26th, it is still a part of my life, and I am not going to let that, because I don't want that pain again. I'll never forget that pain. And when it just even tries, because I've overdone it, even attempts to say hello, I say goodbye, and I stretch. That's what I would say. Follow Dean, and he'll get you out of your pain and out of what you feel to be just utter despair.